Alright, little update from me. I have landed in London. I've kind of recovered from jet lag, I think. It was a bit of a funny night sleeping. And yeah, first official full day. My team is actually playing right now. I was going to go watch them in a pub, but they don't broadcast games until later so that more people buy tickets. So that's how much sway football has. It actually affects kind of like city legislation, I guess. So tonight I was tempted to go to this big drum and bass party. Not everyone headlining was my cup of tea though. There are only a couple I really wanted to see, like Naya Archives and I think Sammy Vergie's playing. 65p though, which is about 130 Australian dollars. I thought to save it. Sudden Base is not that far away and I get to see at least 28 bucket list acts in Sardinia, so I'll be right for live music. What I did find, however, was a night called Poets vs Singers, run by a group called Spit, I think. So it's poets, singers, and a live jazz improv band. And I just had a sticky beak at their page. The one they did a couple of days ago had Mahalia, who is one of my favourite singers, performing there. So I've got no idea who will be there tonight, but I might meet some of my favourite vocalists, potentially. There's a pre-sign up thing, so I'm not sure we'll be able to get on stage, but it seems like it is one of those things where if I get there early enough, I might be able to sign up and sing a little song, do a little poem, spit some bars, whatever. And yeah, just taking it slowly. It's about 1 p.m. now, so I'm going to check out a few more spots around Ealing where I'm staying, and then I'll head over the bridge at some point to this Poets vs Singers gig. So yeah, I got here till Wednesday. It's Saturday now, so I've got a few days to soak it all up this time round. Then Bristol to catch up with my friend Ariel who runs Sound Systems. I'm going to interview him, but I might save it for another time where I go back to Bristol, because on Saturday I am interviewing this legend Carlos Manueli. His is his name on TikTok, YouTube, etc. Comedian, philosopher, author of a book about raving in 1991 and 90, when I was born, 91. He's got another mate coming who's going to teach me about the history of illegal raves in Wales. We're going to check some waterfalls out, and then I'm going to cook them dinner and have a chat about, all things in his life, raving, his book, which is about his days as a raver in the early 90s. Also staying with one of my parents' oldest friends in Wales as well, in Cardiff. Then I'm going to go see Mouldy Soul. So a lot of Aussie friends will remember that name. He's toured a few times. Absolute legend. Makes amazing tunes. Makes his own hardware too, and also just has the best rants on Facebook that I pretty much always agree with. So that's exciting. Then 5 nights in Manchester. No interviews lined up yet. A big list of people I want to interview. Most of whom I've tried to contact. Then 2 more nights in the UK somewhere, London or somewhere near London, and then Sun and Base. So it's pretty jam-packed this first time. Then Dublin and Ireland for 2 weeks. And then the kind of from late September till the 11th of November is kind of miscellaneous Europe, not fully locked in kind of time. I'm definitely going to go to Scotland though, I think, because I found a lot of lineage there. So I'll probably check out Edinburgh at some point. And then loosely looking at Belgium, a little bit of France, Switzerland, Austria, Hungary, and then Turkey or France, and then or Turkey or France, and then back to the UK probably for my last 10 days in November. So yeah, few exciting things coming up. But yeah, next two definite interviews that are 100% are Moldy Soul and Carlos Manueli. And I'm sure I'll squeeze in a few more. If I have the energy on Thursday, I will interview Ariel about his life over here as running sound systems. We had a project together about 2013, I think. Ariel was also part of a duo called Sludge Junkies with another mate, Chris. I haven't seen him in like a decade. I'm pumped. And yeah, it looks like more other friends from different parts of Australia and elsewhere are gonna make various cameos along the way. So yeah, pretty excited. It feels good to be rested and have landed in London and survived Heathrow. It wasn't that chaotically busy. Like I was prepared for the worst, and it was like 5 stops from where I'm staying, and then the train station was like 800 meters from where I was staying, so it's really easy to get around. Definitely going to be eating in and drinking in more than out, having a look at some of the prices in London. It's dear here. Definitely lots of things are dear. But at least the pound is like the Australian dollar by 0.49 of a pound. So it's pretty much double. So it's easy to calculate it. Get some beers from the shop, £5, $10. Okay, cool. I've got it now. That's about it for me. That's a decent long interview. I'll be interviewing myself. For those on the short-term platforms that are mostly in portrait, sorry, but I'm just going to film in landscape because at the end of this trip, I'm going to cut this all up into a feature-length film. So it's a lot easier to just do it this way. I was going to post this on Instagram, but it's like 7 minutes. So I'll probably just chuck this on YouTube and maybe do like a snippet cut for the other socials. But at least when I'm filming in landscape, I can do those like not silly, I can put captions up the top and some emojis if I feel like being clickbaity, which I have been putting emojis up. Not really that relevant. But I'm just going to put this one up raw because I've only got a camera. I didn't bring a laptop with me because I didn't want to carry it around, and I thought if I'm editing and traveling, I'm not going to see as much or meet as many people. So everything goes to the cloud, and then in 3 months, I am going to have a giant pile of editing ahead of me. Alright, well, that is my short update. That wasn't as short as I thought it was going to be. I hope everyone is doing well, and wish me luck for this Poets vs. Singers night, regardless of whether or not I perform. Poets, singers, jazz, improvised musicians, yeah, that's my cuppa.